XDC coming in hot. We have here cheap supply side reforms are what we need to boost growth. MLETR, who I've just covered on the channel. The Electronic Trade Documents Bill is a great example of supply side reform worth $25 billion in SME trade growth. Take a listen.
Well, I mean, the first priority when we try to drive growth is to get confidence into the market and stability into the market. We've seen, obviously, an awful lot of instability over recent days. So I think the number one priority is stability, confidence, and certainty for investors and the markets in general. And that's important to get on top of inflation. In the context of trade, which is primarily where we operate, it's not really actually about tax cuts. It's more about supply side reform. The Electronic Trade Documents Bill that went into Parliament last week is a great example of a $25 billion opportunity to drive growth. But there are other areas where the government can really play an active role, whether that's tackling fraud, fixing the trade finance market, or tackling the export support market and improving what we're doing to support businesses into overseas markets. None of these are tax issues, but they will all make a tremendous difference, and they're all worth big money.
You lost your color for a minute, now you black again. Yeah, I'm on a blockchain with it, and my blockchain monkeys full of octane in them. You know the vibe, plus be shredded than a motherfucker. Yeah, we crash monkeys. Yeah, we crash monkeys. It go Planet of the Apes, gorillas in a mess. All these bad rules all over my shit. It go Planet of.
And so, ladies and gentlemen, before we get to the juicy part of the steak, I want to give a huge shout out to my sponsors, Lumi Wealth, using algorithms to make investing easier and more profitable. What is going on, blockchain monkeys? Eagle here. Thank you for coming to my jungle. And first of all, I'm no financial advisor whatsoever, nor am I professional in blockchain technology. But there's one thing that I absolutely will do, and that's give my opinions today. We're going to go in on XDC and a little bit about GBEX. They just keep on climbing. Okay, and now what do we have here with Fluent? What partnership did we just see? We're going to get to that. But before we can do that, I'm going to need you to rub those hands together real vigorously and slide down Twitter. And so coming in hot from Crypto Nerd D, XDC CXO ICC. Ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about the International Chamber of Commerce recommends the standard developed by the Digital Container Shipping Association, UK's bill to ensure global interoperability. Let's go. So as you see here, despite the pandemic accelerating digitization, last year, just 1.2% of bills of lading were digital, according to the International Chamber of Commerce. Another blockchain platform, Marco Polo, drove a project that led to the ICC's Digital Standard Initiative, DSI, which covers similar topics like the UK's bill to ensure global interoperability. For EBL, the DSI recommends that the standard developed by the Digital Container Shipping Association, which in 2020 predicted that digitizing bills of lading could save $4 billion annually if 50% of the market adopts it. IATA introduced e-airway bills in 2010, which took 10 years to reach 68% adoption. And let's not forget this, ladies and gentlemen, numerous blockchain projects are targeting trade and trade finance. Examples on the trade front include IBM, Maersk, TradeLens, GSBN, CargoX, and WaveBL. And so coming over here to Fluent. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I just did an article on them regarding the partnership with Impel. You see here, as promised, we've partnered with Moonstone Bank to bring something amazing to the space. You better see it. Coming in hot from Globe Newswire, Fluent Finance and Moonstone Bank accelerate crypto adoption by issuing US Plus stablecoin. Coming in hot, we have Fluent Finance, a blockchain-based fintech company, has announced its latest partnership with Moonstone Bank. Moonstone will be a custody partner in Fluent's growing network of banks. Do you see this, ladies and gentlemen? With plans to expand into a full node member soon. Okay, this partnership will allow Fluent and Moonstone Bank to connect the traditional financial system to the emerging Web3 economy. But get this, ladies and gentlemen, established in 1887, Moonstone Bank, DBA, Farmington State Bank, you better say it, is a state-chartered digital bank that provides financial services to innovative businesses and small to medium enterprises under the direction of current CEO Ronald Oliveira. And so another thing you don't want to forget, Fluent Finance, led by current CEO Bradley Allgood, set out to bring the benefits of decentralized finance to the traditional banking sector. Allgood's approach was to create US Plus. Now, what is this? We're talking about a federated high-trust US dollar stablecoin with fully auditable one-to-one reserved and on-chain transparency. You can't say that for a few others. And so before we go, another huge shout out to everyone in the Globiance community, everybody in that Telegram. I mean, you guys are just amazing. Oh, and we can't forget, up 228% in the last 30 days. And we are just getting started.
Cause it's gorillas in the jungle. Sunny Lou, they rockin' with me. Oh, they feeling me. ODL, that's the order, man, liquidity. Hey, Wall Street, we got what you need. I love a crypto liquidity. Blockchain, blockchain. Cause it's the standard in this bitch. XRP. I went to YouTube University, and now they mocking me with no degree. We saying by the swift, keep it walking. Respecting elders in these bushes. Bitcoin is talking.
You don't have to be rich to be taking advantage of this. This was the beginning of the greatest transformation of wealth the world has ever fucking seen since World War II.
Blockchain, blockchain. We talking about an intellectual choo-choo train. It's DLT up in these streets, man. That's why we rip all on that blockchain. Blockchain.